Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Anuja Kumar, and with me is Prashant Kumar Sinha with the Midday News. The headlines. Railways to operate 2,600 Shramik special trains to ferry 36 lakh stranded passengers in several parts of the country. Domestic air travel to resume from tomorrow in a graded manner. Airports gear up to ensure contact-free boarding with high level of sanitization. Uttar Pradesh government relaxes some industrial and economic activities. Allows officers to work with 50% staff strength. More than 7,300 Indians repatriated from Gulf countries in second phase of Vande Bharat mission till now. And Eid-ul-Fitr to be celebrated in most parts of the country tomorrow. The Indian Railways has decided to operationalize 2,600 more Shramik special trains across the country in next 10 days. This initiative is expected to benefit 36 lakh stranded passengers. Railway Board Chairman V.K. Yadav said that over 45 lakh people have returned to their native places since the 1st of May through the Shramik special trains.
राज्य सरकारों के साथ समन्वय करके और जो उनके पास इस समय एक रिक्वायरमेंट है उसको भारतीय रेल और राज्य सरकारें एक साथ मिलके एक नेक्स्ट 10 दिनों के लिए अगले 10 दिनों के लिए एक शेड्यूल बनाया है। अगले 10 दिनों में जो हमने ट्रेनें शेड्यूल करी हैं वो करीब 2600 ट्रेनें शेड्यूल करी हैं और उसमें जो हमने ये अनुमान लगाया है कि अगले 10 दिनों में 36 लाख पैसेंजर्स को हम ट्रेवल करा पाएंगे।
Railways started running Shramik special trains to move migrant workers, pilgrims, tourists, students and other persons stranded at different places due to lockdown. Mr. Yadav informed that the railways will further make arrangements for more of such trains as and when requests are received from the state and district authorities. Apart from Shramik special trains, Railways Ministry started 15 pairs of special trains from 12th of this month and announced 200 train services to be started from the 1st of next month. The Railways has transported more than 97 lakh tons of food grains between 1st of April to 22nd of May this year. Railways has ensured availability of essential commodities like food grains through its freight services during the nationwide lockdown due to COVID-19. The Railway Board Chairman said Railways has distributed over 47 lakh free meals to needy persons during the lockdown. Mr. Yadav said Railway has also contributed immensely in the efforts to domestically produce PPEs and sanitizers. In Himachal Pradesh, a special train carrying stranded people of the state from Ahmedabad will arrive at Una railway station today. On the other hand, domestic flights would also resume its services from tomorrow onwards in the state. A report.
A special train carrying more than 400 stranded individuals of the state from Gujarat would reach Una railway station today. In order to send them all to institutional quarantine centers made at their respective districts, necessary arrangements with transport facility has been made at the station. On the other hand, domestic flight would also resume its operation from Delhi to Dharamshala and Kullu as well from tomorrow onwards in the state. Meanwhile, the state cabinet has decided to open public transport with restrictions from June 1st in this state. Sanjeev Sundaryal, AIR News, Shimla.
The centre has said that 75 lakh migrant labourers have returned home by trains and buses since the nationwide lockdown imposed on 25th of March. Out of them, 35 lakh migrant workers have reached their destinations using Shramik special trains, while 40 lakh have travelled in buses to reach their homes. Home Ministry officials said, according to the last census report, there are 4 crore migrant workers in the country. The ministry has also set up a 24/7 control room to monitor migrant workers' issues across the country. More from our correspondent.
The centre, state and union territories have taken several steps to facilitate movement of migrant workers. Home Ministry allowed inter-state movement of migrant workers by buses on 29th April. Railways has also started running Shramik special trains since 1st of this month to facilitate migrant workers, pilgrims, tourists, students and other persons stranded at different places due to lockdown. More than 2,600 Shramik special trains were engaged in the last 23 days and around 36 lakh stranded migrant workers were transported to their home states. 80% of these trains were bound to destinations stations in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Apart from Shramik special trains, Ministry of Railways has started 15 pairs of special trains. It also announced that 200 mail express trains will run from 1st of next month. With Dipendra Anand Kumar, AIR News, Delhi.
Domestic airline operations are set to resume in the country in a graded manner from tomorrow. Speaking exclusively to AIR News, Chairman of the Airport Authority of India, Mr. Arvind Singh, said that the airports in the country are fully prepared for flight operations starting tomorrow. He informed that all arrangements have been made at airports to ensure contactless boarding and to prevent any chances of contagion. The chairman said commercial passenger flights at the Delhi airport will initially operate from Terminal 3.
We are fully prepared to take care of the passengers' concerns about disease, their apprehensions about the same. We'll ensure that the travel will be done in a very safe and hygienic manner. At Delhi Airport, only Terminal T3 is being used. So it will be a very smooth and state-of-the-art facilities that the passengers will see at Delhi Airport, which will help them. And this will all be done in one Terminal T3.
The Home Ministry had on the 20th of this month amended the guidelines on lockdown measures to fight COVID-19 to facilitate domestic air travel. Delhi Airport will resume operations from tomorrow with around 380 domestic flights. As per the directions of the Civil Aviation Ministry, domestic flight operations will resume after remaining suspended for about 2 months following the nationwide lockdown imposed to contain the COVID-19 pandemic. Commercial passenger flights at Delhi Airport will initially operate from Terminal 3. Delhi's airport operator DIAL said it has taken several measures including installation of automatic hand sanitizers at various places, putting floor markers, allocation of entry gates and check-in islands for departing passengers. These steps have been taken to enforce social distancing norms and to minimize human contact at the airport. Even as the Union's Civil Aviation Minister, Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri, announced that all domestic flights are set to resume from the 25th of May, the Maharashtra Home Minister, Mr. Anil Deshmukh, has expressed reservation over operationalization of flights from red zones. Mumbai and other major cities in the state like Aurangabad, Nashik and Pune are the hotbeds of COVID-19 cases in Maharashtra. More in this report from our Mumbai correspondent.
Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh has expressed reservations on resuming the flight operations from cities which are demarcated into red zone due to large number of COVID-19 cases. In a series of tweets, Deshmukh said it is extremely ill-advised to reopen airports in red zone amid the coronavirus pandemic. He further said thermal scanning of passengers is inadequate without swabs, adding that positive passenger will add COVID stress to red zone. He elucidated that keeping a busy airport up and running with all COVID safety measures will need huge staff presence and compound risk in the red zone. Deshmukh's colleague in the government and partyman, Nawab Malik, has however appealed people from Muslim community to offer namaz by staying indoors. He said people should not crowd the streets after offering prayers and should extend wish to each other through phone. Kunal Shinde, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Uttar Pradesh, the government is giving relaxations in some industrial and economic activities. The government has decided to permit offices to work with 50% employees and increase from the earlier limit of 33% workers. People have been instructed to work with proper social distancing and according to the lockdown directives. Meanwhile, Lucknow administration has decided to open shopping complexes after Eid from the 26th of this month, but malls will remain closed. More from our Lucknow correspondent.
Lucknow administration has announced that centrally air-conditioned shopping complex in the city can function without operating the air conditions. The district magistrate Abhishek Prakash in a order has said that the shopping complex containment and buffer zone will continue to remain closed. Shopping complexes where shops are opening should ensure that only 1/3 shops are open and that social distancing is strictly adhered to. The shops will be permitted to open on decided days from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Entry to persons above the age of 65 years, children below 10 years and pregnant women should not be allowed in shopping places. There should be thermal scanners and sanitizers at the entry of every shopping complex. Staff of every shop which is open must wear gloves and masks, and details of every visitor should be noted down. After 6 days of opening the complexes, the whole shopping premises will have to be sanitized under the instructions of Nagar Nigam. MS Yadav, AIR News, Lucknow.
More than 7,300 distressed Indians have been repatriated from Gulf countries in the first leg of the second phase of Vande Bharat mission. Speaking to AIR DD News, Consul General Vipul said that 14 flights in the last week took back approximately 2,500 Indians from Dubai. In the first phase, nearly 2,000 Indians were repatriated from Dubai. 1,045 people were sent back from Abu Dhabi to various places in India. Muscat sent back 1,970 passengers on 11 flights to India. More flights are expected in the second leg of the second phase of Vande Bharat mission.
Today we are completing the first week of the second phase of Vande Bharat mission, and in this week we have sent 14 flights from Dubai to India. 3 new airports for which the flights were sent during the Vande Bharat mission from here were Srinagar, Bengaluru and Hyderabad. And apart from that, there were several other flights, 11 flights altogether, which went to India. Total, we sent about 2,500 people in these flights, and these were in addition to about 2,000 people who went back in the first phase of Vande Bharat mission. From 26th, we will have the second week of the second phase, and in that we have already got a fairly expanded schedule of flights from Dubai to India, and I think we will be able to service many more people to go back to India.
Under the Vande Bharat mission, around 23,000 Indians have been repatriated through flights operated by Air India and its subsidiary, Air India Express, between the 7th to the 21st of this month. The mission would be able to bring a total of 50,000 Indians who have been stranded abroad home by the end of this month. A report.
The ongoing second phase of the mega mission to evacuate stranded Indians from abroad will continue till 13th of June, and the extended phase will cover 47 countries. In this phase, places like Istanbul, Ho Chi Minh City and Lagos have been included, and flights to the US and Europe have increased. India is looking at making Frankfurt a hub for the mission. There will be a third phase of evacuation after 13th of June, and private airlines may be involved in it. Passengers have to pay money to book a seat on any repatriation flight being operated under the Vande Bharat mission. In the first phase, the government evacuated around 15,000 people from 12 countries. With Bhupendra Singh, Suparna Saikia, AIR News, Delhi.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi discussed the COVID-19 situation with his Mauritian counterpart. He held a telephonic conversation with his Mauritian counterpart, Mr. Pravind Jagannath, yesterday. He congratulated Mr. Jagannath for successfully controlling COVID-19 in Mauritius. In a tweet, Prime Minister Modi said that Mauritius could document its best practices, which would be helpful for other countries, especially island countries, in dealing with similar health crises. Prime Minister Modi said Indians will stand by their Mauritian brothers and sisters during this difficult time. Mr. Jagannath conveyed his condolences for the losses caused in India by Cyclone Umphan. He thanked Mr. Modi for sending INS Kesari to Mauritius as part of Operation Sagar with a consignment of medicines and a 14-member medical team to help the Mauritian health authorities fight the COVID-19 pandemic. The two leaders also discussed enhancing cooperation in various areas, including measures aimed at supporting the financial sector of Mauritius and enabling Mauritian youth to study Ayurvedic medicine.
The second consignment of essential medicine supplies from India reached Port Louis, the capital city of Mauritius, aboard INS Kesari yesterday. On behalf of the Mauritius government, Health Minister Kailash Jagutpal received the consignment. The shipment also includes around 10 tons of Ayurvedic medicines. An Indian medical assistance team has also reached on board INS Kesari to work with the Mauritius health authorities through mutual sharing of experience and expertise. India is committed to partner with friends like Sri Lanka in making economic recovery amidst COVID crisis as part of its Neighbourhood First policy. This was stated by Indian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka, Gopal Bagle, a day after PM Modi had a telephonic conversation with the Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Mr. Bagle said leadership of both countries attach great importance to economic and commercial cooperation as friends always come to each other for help in crisis situation. He said they are working with trade authorities and business persons for preparing a mechanism through electronic trade facilities. The High Commissioner said the long-term focus is to revive linkages of transport, trade and economic activities between the two neighbours. He said Indian government is aware of Sri Lankan government emphasis and India is keen to partner for infrastructure development.
under our neighborhood first priority, which has been the policy of the government since the last 5-6 years. We are also committed to partnering our friends to overcome these economic challenges. First and foremost, the immediate COVID-19 context. For example, you would be aware that Sri Lanka is India's second largest trade partner in this region. But to overcome the disruptions in trade, we have devised various means, and we are working with the trade authorities, with the business people. We are constantly in touch with them. We are taking their feedback. We have devised ways so that electronically, online trade facilitation can be done, and some of the challenges posed by COVID-19 can be overcome. But in the long term, the focus will be to revive linkages of transport, to revive normal trade and economic activity. We are aware of the effort and emphasis in this regard of the government of Sri Lanka, and as I have said earlier, we will partner them in these efforts.
Earlier, Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa had sought the intervention of PM Modi to revive some of the key projects as Sri Lanka strives to restore the economy in wake of COVID crisis.
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Railways to operate 2,600 Shramik special trains to ferry 36 lakh stranded passengers in several parts of the country. Domestic air travel to resume from tomorrow in a graded manner. Airports gear up to ensure contact-free boarding with high level of sanitization. Uttar Pradesh government relaxes some industrial and economic activities, allows offices to work with 50% staff strength. More than 7,300 Indians repatriated from Gulf countries in the second phase of Vande Bharat mission till now. Eid-ul-Fitr to be celebrated in most parts of the country tomorrow. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
As many as 6,767 fresh confirmed cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the country in the last 24 hours. With this, the total number of COVID-19 cases has now gone up to 1,31,868 in the country. As per the Health Ministry data, out of these cases, 54,440 patients have recovered and were discharged from the hospitals, while 3,867 patients have died so far. Now the number of active COVID-19 cases stood at 73,560 in the country. Indian Council of Medical Research ICMR said that a total 1,08,623 samples of coronavirus were tested in the last 24 hours. With this, the figure of total number of tests reached 29,43,421 in the country. Meanwhile, ICMR is continuously scaling up its testing facilities for COVID-19 by giving approval to government and private laboratories. As of now, total 607 laboratories across India have been given approval to conduct the test for COVID-19, including 427 government laboratories and 180 private laboratory chains.
The All India Institute of Medical Sciences AIIMS at Raipur in Chhattisgarh will now be part of clinical trials going on at the national level to check the efficacy of plasma therapy for the treatment of COVID-19 patients. In Rajasthan, more than 3 lakh samples of COVID-19 have been tested so far. More than 15,000 samples are being tested daily in various government and private laboratories of the state. Health Minister Dr. Raghu Sharma told that COVID-19 test facility will be started in all districts soon. The testing capacity will also be increased to 25,000 samples per day. More from our correspondent.
The number of active patients of COVID-19 has gone up to 2,829 in the state. More than half of the total active patients are migrants who returned from different states. Jaipur, Jodhpur, Udaipur, Dungarpur districts have more than 300 active patients. Jalore, Pali, Sirohi, Rasamand, Nagaur, Bhilwara, Badmer and Sikar districts have seen a sharp increase in the number of infected persons after the movement of migrants. Meanwhile, 21 flights will resume operations from Jaipur to 13 different cities from tomorrow. These flights will start for major cities of the country including Delhi, Bengaluru, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Pune and Kolkata. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
In Assam, 4 new positive cases have been detected today, taking the total number of active cases to 286. 57 persons are recovered so far. Health Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said that 4 deaths have been reported in Assam due to COVID-19. Mr. Sarma said that over 55,000 tests have been conducted in the state so far. The minister complimented the efforts of the doctors, scientists, laboratory technicians in the fight against the virus. In Jharkhand, the evaluation of matriculation and intermediate examination answer sheets will begin from May 28th. Jharkhand Academic Council, the State Education Board, has streamlined the process of evaluation of the answer copies within a stipulated time frame after they received a nod from the State Education Department. More from our correspondent.
Jharkhand Academic Council has charted out the detailed plan for evaluation of answer sheets of matriculation and intermediate examinations of the current session exams conducted in the month of February at 67 evaluation centers in district headquarters across the state. In the after effect of corona and lockdown, for the first time the evaluation process will be broadcasted live through CCTV cameras on the JAC portal to keep an eye on the protocols followed at various centers. The evaluation centers will be guided by the standard protocols of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Teachers coming for the evaluation process have to wear masks, use sanitizers continuously at every 2 hours interval and sit at least 6 feet apart from each other as per the directives issued by the central and state government. Every teacher would be assigned 30 answer sheets for evaluation each day as per the arrangement. The details of the evaluation procedure has been sent to the participating teachers. JAC Secretary Mahip Kumar Singh said that the council is concerned about the future of the students who have appeared for board examinations this year. Since other states have already declared the board results or are in a process to do so, the planned evaluation process will be instrumental in completing the process within time. JAC is targeting to release the state board results of the students by the end of June so that students can be benefited for admissions in new academic session as soon as the educational institutions reopen in the month of July as per MHRD guidelines. Shilpi, AIR News, Ranchi.
In Madhya Pradesh, an Naxal-affected Balaghat district has secured the first position in the state in terms of providing employment to rural job card holders under Manrega. 1,23,064 labourers are getting employment in the current financial year 2020-21. An amount of rupees 20 crore has been spent on wages for Manrega works in this district. A report.
A total of 5,246 works are in progress in 684 Gram Panchayats in Balaghat district. Due to this, 1,23,064 labourers of the district have got employment. In the time of corona-induced lockdown, the works of MG Narega have been started in the district from April 20th, and in just 1 month, 17 lakh days of employment has been created from MG Narega in the district. To prevent corona infection, masks have been distributed to 1,08,000 labourers. On the other hand, so far 3,64,700 quintals food grains have been distributed to the labourers from the State Disaster Relief Fund. The State Food Minister Govind Singh Rajput informed that more than 2 crore food packets and 83 lakh packets of food grains have been made available to 1,88,000 people in the state so far. The toll-free food helpline number is continuously working in the state from April 1st. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
Janak Raj is working under Manrega in Katra in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. He thanked the government for providing daily work and wages under Manrega.
मेरा नाम जनक राज है। प्रधानमंत्री का बहुत शुक्रियाबाद है जिन्होंने रोजगार लगाया है ये काम करने के लिए और दिहाड़ी के लिए कोई काम नहीं था।
In our series Expert Speak, we bring you the views of some leading medical experts on COVID-19. Dr. Anant Mohan, head of pulmonary medicine, AIMS, has advised people not to take medicine like hydroxychloroquine or anti-malarial without a prescription by a doctor.
Please do not take medicines such as azithromycin, other antibiotics, antivirals or hydroxychloroquine or other anti-malarials without a proper prescription by a doctor. Do not self-medicate.
Ms. Jacinta Gunjayal, a senior nursing officer, AIMS, has stressed on the need for social distancing.
Social distancing is a non-pharmaceutical infection prevention and control intervention to break the chain of infection.
In an effort to guard against fake news being circulated on various platforms, we bring you our segment on fact-checking and mythbusters. The government has dismissed a WhatsApp message claiming that Ayushman_Yojana.org is the official website of Ayushman Bharat Yojana. In a tweet, Press Information Bureau described it as false. It said the National Health Authority has clarified that www.pmj.gov.in is the only official website of Ayushman Bharat Yojana.
Eid is being celebrated across the Middle East today amidst lockdown. Special Eid prayers were performed at home by people. Our correspondent reports that religious leaders and rulers have urged people to perform Eid prayers at home in the face of the pandemic affecting the globe.
Eid is being celebrated across the Middle East today, but under lockdown conditions. Normally performed at mosques and musallas, but this year, and due to the current exceptional circumstances created by the spread of COVID-19, Eid al-Fitr prayers are being performed at home without khutbah or sermon in most of the countries in the Middle East. This is the first time that Eid is being performed without the traditional namaz in the mosque and special greetings and festivities associated with it. During the entire month of Holy Ramadan, mosques across UAE and Saudi remained closed. The faithfuls were asked to offer prayers at home. Muezzins, however, chanted the Eid takbirs through loudspeakers from dawn till the Eid prayer time. Kanchan Prasad, AIR News, Dubai.
Eid ul-Fitr will be celebrated in most parts of the country tomorrow. Shahi Imam of Delhi Jama Masjid, Sayyid Ahmad Bukhari, said that there is no information of the moon being sighted last night. The month-long Ramzan will end today. The Shahi Imam also appealed to the people not to come to mosques to offer prayers. They should offer namaz at home in view of the COVID-19 pandemic. Several other ulemas from all the sects have already appealed to Muslims to offer prayers at home only.
Shahi Imam of Delhi's Jama Masjid Sayyid Ahmad Bukhari has said that the entire humanity is faced with the challenge of coronavirus and people must cooperate with the government in the fight against the virus. He had also appealed to the Muslims to strictly follow the directions in this regard and offer prayers only at home as they have been doing during the lockdown so far.
कोरोना वायरस के हवाले से जो हिदायत मुसलसल आ रही हैं, अगर हम इस पर पूरी तरह अमल करें तो इस वायरस को जल्द खत्म करने में हम कामयाब हो सकते हैं और सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग बनाए रखना निहायत जरूरी है। एक दूसरे से दूरी और दीगर हिदायत पर अमल करके हम अपने आप को, अपने खानदान और समाज को इस मौलिक बीमारी से बचा सकते हैं।
Noted actor Raza Murad has appealed to the people to follow social distancing guidelines to fight against COVID-19. He also urged the people to follow all directives issued by the government.
Would like to advise all my friends, do not be extravagant on spending on this Eid because we are passing through a very grave crisis in our country, and because of the COVID-19 we are not supposed to meet people or go to their places or hug each other or even shake hands with each other. So we will celebrate this Eid in a very simple manner, and apart from that, we can greet each other, but we are not supposed to go out. We are not supposed to assemble anywhere. So it would be better that you spend this festival at your own house with your own family members.
Now let us take a look at the weather today. There will be heat wave in New Delhi today. The national capital will witness maximum 45 degrees Celsius and minimum temperature of 29 degrees Celsius. Mumbai witnesses a partly cloudy sky. The minimum temperature in the city was 28 degrees Celsius, while the maximum temperature will remain around 36 degrees Celsius. In the south, Chennai has a partly cloudy sky. The temperature hovers between 30 and 39 degrees Celsius. Kolkata is having generally cloudy skies with light rain. The minimum temperature in the metropolis was 24 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 28 degrees Celsius. In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, the minimum temperature will stay at 22 degrees Celsius in Jammu, while maximum will be around 42 degrees Celsius. The city will observe partly cloudy skies towards evening or night. In Srinagar, the minimum temperature was 11 degrees Celsius, while maximum will be around 25 degrees Celsius. The city has mainly partly cloudy sky with some spells of rain or thunder showers. In Gilgit, the temperature will hover between 16 and 30 degrees Celsius with mainly clear skies. In Muzaffarabad, minimum temperature was 15 degrees Celsius, while maximum temperature will be around 25 degrees Celsius. The sky may become partly cloudy towards evening or night.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Railways to operate 2,600 Shramik special trains to ferry 36 lakh stranded passengers in several parts of the country. Domestic air travel to resume from tomorrow in a graded manner. Airports gear up to ensure contact-free boarding with high level of sanitization. Uttar Pradesh government relaxes some industrial and economic activities, allows officers to work with 50% staff strength. More than 7,300 Indians repatriated from Gulf countries in second phase of Vande Bharat mission till now, and Eid ul Fitr to be celebrated in most parts of the country tomorrow. And with that, we end the midday news.